Welcome back everyone to the Hello World guys. This is another episode of the C++ for Beginners series, and in this video we are going to learn about constructors. So the basic idea with constructor is that we learned about how object-oriented programming works in the last video, and in this video we are going to learn essentially essentially the idea is that when we create a variable, you might have a bunch of properties on that variable that you want to kind of set easily, and there can be, if you've got, for example, we have got an integer called age. Now let me also add a string here called name, and let's say something else, maybe yeah, let's just keep that. So we have got a string called name and an int called age, and what is this? And alright, so this is an initial. We are going to set the name to be like an empty string, and let's set the age to be kind of like 0 by default. So here the main idea with this is that you don't actually need to like keep everything this way. So for example, if I want to have got this, we have got two variables. If I want to set the name, then I will have to say me.name is equal to this, and then I will have to say me.age is equal to this. But we don't really want to do that. We want to be it to be done easily. So the idea is that in order to do that easily, you could create a constructor. The way you do that is you just create a so actually in convention the functions should be okay. Let's just leave that first. Let's go up here and let's put this here and put a put the constructor here. In order to create the constructor, you just put the name of the class, so whatever class is, so in this case it's person, and then you put up here like what you do in a function, and then from now on it's just a function, but this will execute as soon as the object gets created. So on this line this constructor will execute. So in order to explain that, let's go ahead and create only me here, and then let's go ahead and go me.introduce, and then let's create another person called you, and let's go ahead and say you.introduce. Now in here in the person, I'm going to just say cout, and I'm going to say new person created. So I'm going to say new person created, like that, created actually. And that's awesome. So let's start and see how well that goes. Actually that's a mistake. Okay, no, we need to put a new line actually first of all, and we also need to obviously put a semicolon, which I forgot. So yeah, that's well. So let's see what should happen now is that you can see it says a new person created, age is 0, and then another person is created whose age is 0. So first this line, when we create the variable, then this constructor will execute. Now this constructor can basically be used to initialize the complete thing. So you can actually take a string here called n, basically let's call it n, because if you make it the same name as a name, okay, let's actually put a name. Okay, let's put this name and let's put this age. With that done, let's go ahead and close this down, and now let's go down here. So the idea is that you can basically set this name is equal to that name, but since both of these are called name, this will create confusion, and C++ will be just using this instead of that. So in order to do that, you need to say this, and this can be used to access a variable of this class, and then you need to put a minus sign and then this, which means basically an arrow. So like this, yeah, like that. You need to put an arrow here, not this, something not that, in this arrow. So after putting this arrow, you can say a name, and I'm going to say is equal to name. Now this other name is the value that we have got in the constructor, and this name is the actual name on the object, and we are going to do the same thing for this. So we are going to say this, and then you need to put an arrow after that, and then you can say age, and then you can say is equal to, and then you can say age, which is the age in the actual argument. And now you can see it's giving us an error here because this constructor requires two values and we are not giving it any. In order to do that, just put a pair of parentheses after that, and then you need to put the values, and for that I'm going to put a number and a name, and for that let's just put say something like me, yeah, and let's put 9 age, and let's do the same for here, and let's put that, and let's do it you, and yeah, 7. Okay, that's awesome. And now we can actually use this quite easily, and you can see that things are quite nice now. And obviously you can create both variables in a single line by putting a comma after that and then putting this value. That's pretty awesome. And then you can remove this. So now we have got me.introduce and you.introduce, and it should now work. And you can see age is this, and age, you can see of, and then you can actually let's do that, age of, and then you can put a this after that, and then you can see say this, and then you can say name age of whatever we put that here is, and that should work quite awesome. And obviously you need to put this. Alright, so it will say age of, and whatever the name is, then it will say is this, and that would end. So let's try that. Age of you is this, and age of this is this, and obviously we need to put a space after that. So yeah, this is pretty much it for this video. In this video we learned how constructors work. In the next video we are going to learn about how private and public variables work. So make sure to like and subscribe and stay tuned for that, and I will see you in the next video, and bye.